Hi, all, it's Mike, and I'm talking to you from my classroom. I'm just about to finish my semester, and I wanted to just just show you. This is what we do. So I just finished grading 70 papers, and this is basically what they look like. So I teach writing classes at the university, and I teach 4 this semester. And what's it like? So they pay you, your hourly basically, for per class, which is something around 5,000 or 50, 50 or $60 for an hour, basically. And you do that 15, 30 times a year. And so if you figure it out, it's like $60 an hour, but you teach for 90 minutes a class once a week. And then you teach them writing, right? So I'm teaching them how to write an essay and with citations and the whole bit. Like this is, they have to do an outline and they have to do a rough draft and they have to have all the citations correctly formatted, you know. And so it takes me a lot of time to go through these papers because you can imagine, but I don't proofread these, so I'm not having to edit them, which is nice. Now, what I wonder is if I were to do this same class in America, how long would it take? And I've heard adjuncts in America who have 100 students and they have 6 papers a semester to grade, and they're making about the same amount of money I'm making. So I just want to show you that I can go through this whole stack of paper. I just corrected this stack in an hour. Not corrected, I mean I gave initial feedback, an initial grade. And then they come back next week to class to get my feedback one-on-one if they want it. And most students don't. So I wonder in America, if you were to offer to your students, hey, next week you can come into my office and I'll give you feedback on your paper. I imagine most wouldn't, but I guess it depends what university, if they're undergrads as English majors, which these are English majors here. But even so, these students, since I'm not a full-time adjunct or contracted anyway, I don't have an office and I don't have to do office hours. So, which means that if they do want my feedback, I have to set aside a class, which is the last class of the semester, to basically say, okay, here, finally submit your final papers, and if you'd like, you can stay, and I'll give you feedback on those papers, or like I'm doing now. So which means I really don't have to work as much as the full-time staff does, full-time professors. Although they get paid a lot more, I have to teach more classes. So we have to teach between 16 and 20 classes, 16 and 20 classes a semester in order to make about the same as a full-time professor, about. And that's with no health insurance and no, we're all like independent instructors and lecturers and adjuncts here. The term of a professor is different in England and Australia and America, so it's always like, are you a professor? No, I'm a lecturer. No, I'm an adjunct. No, I'm a assistant. I forget them all now. So, how do I feel about doing the job here? And would I want to do it in America? Well, I don't know. I hear that in America, the adjuncts have to drive from school to school, which takes hours of commuting time. I have to take the train, and I don't have to think about. I can grade on the train. They have way more students than I have, even though I think that 30 students is too many, especially for a writing class. It's a lot of work outside of class. I mean, I probably spend 20% more of time on the class outside of the actual class teaching time. That's grading and preparing for the class, the syllabus, preparing the syllabus and materials and things like that. So 20% extra. So figure about another 20 or 30 minutes. About another 20 minutes per class is what I spend per week. Yeah, because it's got to be more than that. I mean, I once calculated that I'm earning about $12 an hour, actually, with the amount of time I spend. And if you work at an eikaiwa, you go in and you teach your 40 or 50-minute class, you get paid your $25 for the 50 minutes or 40 minutes for at Berlitz, and you have no outside of class time. So you're actually making more money for the amount of time you're there. It's really hard to calculate, really hard to figure out because I have total freedom. I can handle my classes pretty much however I want. Some universities have restrictions on the attendance, and you have to be on time. You have to take attendance. This school is very strict on attendance, and if the students miss 5 classes, they're out. 3 lates is 1 absence, and so if they come in on the next week, I have to say goodbye. You're out. I had another school. I had to fail 7 students in 1 class because they had 5 absences, and lates too. But I don't know if that's the same in America. Do you have this? Do you have to take attendance? I mean, if you have 100 or 60 students, something like that, and do you have help? We don't have graduate students helping us. Nobody assists us. The grading is done by us only, and you want to get it back the next week. But I have 4 classes, so I have to figure out my schedule so that they turn in a paper on this week, and then next week they have a test, and they'll luckily, I only have to do 3 papers, maybe 4, 3 or 4 in a semester. But then they want to do journals. They want us to do journals every day. They have to write, and they'll do it, and it's good. But I have to check those journals. So the writing classes take a lot of time, and the speaking classes are very nice. I love the speaking classes because I don't speak. They're supposed to speak as much as they possibly can in the class because they're only there for 1 day a week for 90 minutes. And really, I only have 60 minutes to get them speaking, and then they only have about 15 or 20 minutes to actually speak. So 15 or 20 minutes to talk once a week, it's ridiculous. I know in America, when I took Spanish and other classes, language classes, they met 5 days a week. And we had language labs and all that kind of thing. This university just installed Skype rooms. And finally, after 8 years of me pushing and talking about it and making online education possible at this university, they finally did it. They remodeled a room and they put in 9 computers on Skype, and they have teachers available all the time now. And I'll be teaching a class next semester called Interactive Web. And in that class, I teach social networking and how to use the web for connecting your business to the web. So they are basically the social networking specialists in English, and we'll be doing a Skype class a couple of weeks there online there. So that'll be fun to talk about. So the work now is that I'm finishing the semester this week and next week. I only have a few more classes left, and then I'm off until the middle of April, basically. Sometime in April. Great, I'm off. I still have to work on the weekends on my other secret job. But I like the work here very much. It's very comfortable, very easy. So working here is easy. But do I want to work? I spend most of my time working. Then I'm off for a long time. I don't know. That's a really hard one. What do you think? Do you think I should... do you think staying in Japan and working is the way to go? Or should I go to America and just not work? Just odd jobs here and there and just survive. Travel around the United States in an RV and get work wherever I can get work. Be a digital nomad. Who knows? Maybe this YouTube channel and my blog will take off, and I'll be able to help others and share my thoughts on being an expat, and it helps people out. So I don't know. Anyway, take care. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I'd really love to hear from you. So, Mike, signing off. Bye. Hi, everybody. I hope you liked the video. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. So, come on over to the website at mikexpat.com. You can see me over there and on all the other social networking places and everywhere. Hey, who knows? I might see you on the street here in Japan. Please say hi, all right? See you soon. Bye.